So it's about 4:30 in the morning. I've just come to pick up Ross. It's November the 22nd. Yeah, and we're going to ride down to London from Ipswich. So it'll be the longest ride I've ever done by a long way. So see how we get on. It's all Ross's idea. Beautiful cycle path through the heart of East Anglia. Where are we at?
6 in the morning, I think. Had a horrible stretch along the A12.
Yep.
Suffolk's finest cycle path of branches and narrow path with massive lorries going past. And
Scary.
Can't see,
it was sketchy, yeah.
We've got through, I don't know, what's that, about 10 miles or so, and
Yep.
that should be the end of that. So nice ride here on out.
Yeah. Think we're doing all right. $25 to 8, 40 kilometers.
Pretty
I
good.
don't know where we are, but it's nice. The sun is just coming up. We know there's rain coming, and we're trying to get to where? Chelmsford?
Before the rain, hopefully.
Before the rain, and find somewhere to hide away for an hour or so whilst it passes. If it does come, maybe it won't. It's been a nice ride so far. So. We're going left, right here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, still no rain.
Yeah, still no rain.
It'll come.
It will, but hopefully later than we expected.
Yeah, like
It'd be nice
midnight.
to make it halfway before the rain. Then we can take an hour or so off the road to pass.
Yeah.
And get going again.
Coffee.
Coffee, nice long break.
Yeah.
Let the arse recover.
Rain. Wet.
It was quite a lot worse, but we might be getting through the part worst bit.
I hope so. Dark clouds. Dark clouds. I don't know. We'll soon find out. Wet, cold, coffee. Yeah, it does look high. Growing. Are we supposed to turn down there? We just wanted to have a look in this car park.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the finest in all of Essex. Do you know what? It wasn't that good. Essex. Ross has foolishly got a puncture. Careless. Made it.
Make sure it's wide though. All done.
Right, all done. We're finished. We're
Yeah.
back in Ipswich. It's 8:45. It's a long day.
Long day, ready to get home.
Yeah, me too. That was a good challenge. It
The
was for
bi-
me.
The bike ride was fun. London, we kind of we're in between. It was a bit too long
Yeah, yeah.
with not much to do. But
Yeah.
if we had a bit longer, we could have
Well, it took us longer to get in. I think London did hold us up a bit, didn't
Yeah,
it?
and the
But
puncture and the
that's-
rain. But
yeah, the puncture, the rain. That was
It
the
was more-
longest ride I've ever done, though. So I'm pleased with that.
it was about
so.
the bike ride, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So we're all done. Excellent.
Cool.
Time to go home.
Right.
And have a beer. Thank you. Might see you again. So it's a few days later, after the ride. We're out for an early morning walk, and we're just pondering the ride into London, how it went, what we did, how we did it, and
Why?
and why. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good ride.
No, it was good. I think I was going through the footage and just sort of thought, I don't know if we, because it was quite a daunting thing, I don't know if we set up much about why we were doing it and the actual process of, you know, as we were riding, you know, we didn't do a huge amount of updates. So I just thought, yeah, it might be useful. So I sort of had the idea, didn't I? I was looking to do a long ride, never done more than about I think I've done about 50-60 miles in one go once before.
Yeah.
And I've sort of been riding a bit, felt like going for a bit more of a ride. And when I was thinking sort of 70-80 mile ride, I sort of had that moment. I thought, well, actually you could actually go somewhere with that distance. And I thought it'd be quite cool to actually bike into London, just like go for a day out in London, but having just got there on the bike from my house. Yeah. And and I think that was where the idea came from. I sort of said to you, do you fancy a ride to London?
Well, I've never done anything. I've ridden the furthest I've ridden is 40 miles.
Yeah.
So, but I'm always going to say yes.
Yeah, exactly. So so that was kind of where the idea came from. I think it's quite interesting because with biking, you're kind of, if you've got a base level of some fitness, like, you know, neither of us are really exactly like massive cyclists, you know. I bike, you know, for travel, that's about it, you know, occasionally the odd leisure ride, and we, you know, we do the odd sort of 20-30 mile ride occasionally, wouldn't we, like last summer and stuff, but but like, if you can kind of, if you've got a base level fitness, it's times your only kind of limiting factor sometimes, you know, because I was really surprised. We rode 80 miles and it didn't feel
I could have gone a bit further.
Yeah, it was a fun thing, a really cool thing to have done, is just to kind of exercise in, can it be done?
Yeah.
I think as a mode of transport for having a day out in London,
maybe not.
I think it could have worked in the sense of like having a bit of a day out as well if we'd had things on our side. You know, I think if we hadn't had the rain stop, where we kind of we kind of stopped for about an hour, didn't we, in the rain?
Your puncture.
My puncture. Yeah. But yeah, I think it was when we got. I was hoping we'd get to London sort of more for sort of 12-1ish, and I think we got there about 2:45, didn't we? So
yeah, it was late.
In the end, like, I was thinking we'd get there, get the tube, maybe do like a museum, get some tea. I thought that was my hope.
Yeah.
And I'd kind of, in a weird way, I'd like to do it again, because I think you could do that. You know, I think, you know, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if you'll want to do it again.
I'll do it again. The thing is, if you ask me, I'll do it, even if I don't want to.
Maybe not like next week, but sometime I think I would definitely try it again, because I think the ride was actually quite fun. I noticed in hindsight.
So you'd miss out that A12.
I'd miss out that. I was going to say, because I went for the most direct, because obviously commute only uses cycle appropriate routes.
Yeah.
But I mean, they stretched that with that A12 path.
Fun.
I mean, to be fair, they call that a cycle path along the A12, but that was, I mean,
it's not, is it?
At 5 in the morning. No. With, I mean, some of them stretch. There was one bit where we were going downhill and the leaves were literally covering the road. There was a bump where I saw it too late to stop.
Yeah.
And it was a huge bump of leaves, and I thought, if there's anything in that, I'm gone.
Yeah. But, I sort of I was lucky because I was following you.
Yeah, I know.
And I could see where you were slowing
But
down.
I realised in hindsight that we could have added maybe about 2 miles on and gone through lovely little villages instead, and I would do that.
Well, maybe replan the route and do that.
Do it, yeah. Really good.
Are you going to link, because you do the editing, you're going to put a link to the
route in there.
Yeah.
But if anyone follows it, don't do the A12 bit.
No.
Just maybe I'll redo the route and put that on there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, put down the route we did, I suppose.
Yes.
And then
it's up to you if you want to.
Yeah.
Take on the dangers of the A12.
Yeah.
It was that, but I would advise.
Maybe it wouldn't have been so bad in the day.
Yeah,
but at night it was, and it just, I don't know.
Just felt.
Do you know what though? We're talking about it. It was an experience.
It was part of the fun.
So,
I mean, I certainly
it.
adds an element of
danger,
risk.
Yeah.
You come out of that. We were awake. I was awake by the end of that stretch.
Yeah. And I was trying to do it filming one-handed. Yes. Riding, because I forgot all of the equipment. I bought the chest harness and clamps for the GoPro, and then didn't bring the little screw thing. Yeah. So I was trying to hold it, which is why the footage is probably a bit shaky.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's too bad, but yeah. You literally had everything but the one little screw that put everything together.
One little screw.
So nothing could. So
Yeah.
that was, but no, riding into London, I think it slowed us down more than I thought it would, because I thought there'd be more kind of cycle paths, but when we got within sort of 20 miles of London, going through like Romford and Ilford and places like that, it's pretty stop-start, isn't it? Which I guess should be predicted. Like that kind of is obvious when you think about it. But
then you get into like riding in London mode. I noticed you did, where you just started.
I quite enjoyed that in a way. Like I think because we are probably more abiding of the rules of the
than
roads
any other
than most other
cyclist
cyclists in London.
Every other
And
cyclist.
and if you are doing that, it's actually not that bad. I didn't feel particularly at risk. The cycle paths were pretty good actually through London.
Actually better than
And
most of
you know,
the
if you're not skipping through red lights and stuff, which you know,
we didn't do much.
No judgment. Because I think if I rode in London for too long, I'd end up doing that. Because
I
the
would.
amount of times where you're stopping there thinking, why am I stopped?
Yeah,
And
absolutely. And then you got
but-
delivery riders and everything
Yeah,
flying
exactly.
past you left and right.
But yeah, that didn't actually. That wasn't too sketchy at all. Like, you know, you have this idea of riding in London being a little bit dodgy, but it didn't feel that way.
Nah.
No, but anyway, yeah. And I just liked. The idea of doing it was, I think, the thing that got me.
Yeah.
The day, I mean, we were knackered.
We basically rode to London, had a
had
pizza and a beer, and then got the train. But
It
our
was
bikes
good.
weren't stolen.
And I had a
Were
had a wash in a Pret, which was an experience.
Yeah, you
'Cause
destroyed a
you,
Pret
you having
bathroom.
stretched your limit of what level of hygiene you can exist
go
at
2 weeks.
happily. You can go 2 weeks.
Yeah,
after
2 weeks.
your. I don't know. Do you need to say what you did at this point? I don't know.
Well, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know. This is going to make it in anyway.
Sounds pretentious.
It does.
Yeah.
I walked the Appalachians. I don't know how we can end this.
I think the best way would be, so we're going to do it again.
Maybe.